Hello everybody. Angie here. I am coming on to do the weekly Marguerite Miller collage challenge with you guys. Seems like I have gotten a week off, I think, because I was looking at the playlist hashtag of everybody's makes and such and trying to catch up on some of my video watching, and people have already posted week 37. So I guess somehow I have gotten a little behind, so I thought I'd pop on and do week 37 with you guys. I've got my pieces here. We're going to go ahead and get in this. Should be short and sweet. And yeah, I won't keep you guys long. How's everybody doing? I sure hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. Can't complain a bit. As I was saying, we are on week 37. We'll run through the prompts as usual and get this baby going. For this week, it says a playing card either side, a zigzag pattern, a bell or bells, a famous city, something that reminds you of a wedding, and for a bonus, a postage stamp. So, since we'll just go from bottom to top. Postage stamp. I've got a few here. I didn't know which one I'd wanted to use, just some different colors. Here's one that has no backing, it's just the shape, and it's been inked around the edges. This one's here, kind of a layered effect one. It's got some green, thought maybe a pop of color. And then this one's just a pretty little vintage one with a bird scene on there. So we'll use one of those. And also I have this vintage postage stamp digital here, and it's got a stamp there. So maybe I'll use that. Actually, I'm looking at it, maybe probably that. Okay, something that reminds you of a wedding. There's a whole bunch of things, but I looked in my little whatnots and I found this little sticker kind of, it's got a piece of tape on the back, but I'll probably grunge it up because it's awful shiny, and I'll take off the backing here and I'll use that because Mr. and Mrs., that's the whole idea of a wedding, right? Combining two and making a unit. Famous city. I have this little T card here, and I don't know what that's of, and I don't know if this is in German or whatever, but it says Castel something. I mean castle of some sort, and I'm sure it's famous wherever it is. Even though I don't know the name and where, I'm sure it's famous. So I'm going to use that. A bell or bells, I've got a few. I've got this digital here of this ad for bells and toys. And then I also had this, it was kind of in the same kind of a thing like this, but I didn't want two to be the same, so I cut them out. And then I have these two pretty ones. One's kind of a silver and one's a bronze. And they're handbells, so I cut those out. So maybe use one or all of those. A zigzag pattern. Looks like I forgot that. All right, as I go, I'll figure out something on the zigzag pattern. And a playing card either side. Again, I grabbed a couple different ones, a larger one. This is more of a vintage one, and this is just a little mini one. And then just different colors. I didn't know what kind of palette I'd be working with, so I just grabbed a couple different ones. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Let's start with my biggest pieces, which are this, and this, and then we'll top off with the smaller pieces. And we'll do some layering. They will all fit, but I don't like the shininess of the card. So let's start with the bigger one, and if I can incorporate the smaller one in there as well, I will. I have an old finger file, nail file, that I've been meaning to throw away, but I haven't. I'm glad I didn't. I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to just push this to the side for just a moment, and I'm just going to scuff this up. Take some of the shine away here and there, and I don't know what portion is going to be sticking out, what portion is going to be seen, but I'm just going to go around the whole thing, tatter up the edges. Maybe even just kind of tear off a few spots and fold it down, just a little this and that. I'm going to hold it in my hand because by using my desk, I think I'm kind of bumping the camera a little bit, so I'm going to try and hold it up like this. Okay, that helps quite a bit. All right. And then I'm going to throw some ink on it. And I brought a couple different colors, just regular Vintage Photo and Ground Espresso, which is a little bit darker. So we're going to see if this will take the ink a little bit better now that we've and we're going to put a little bit of both colors on here. Ink is taking to the edges really well. Good enough. I say good enough and then I grunge it a little more, don't I? Okay, that's good enough. Okay, let's bring my book back in. Make sure I'm in frame. All right, and we're just going to use the whole thing, I think. If I need to tear it down, I will. But do a little inking on these pieces. Yeah, I don't know how I got behind. I know I took a little time off and I was on vacation during August, so that's must have, I thought I was keeping up on everything. I was pre-recording a few of the videos, but somehow I must have missed a step there, but this will get me caught back up. Try my best to be on top of things when I can. I mean, it's not any pressure as far as doing these and posting them, but I like to kind of keep in tune with everybody else on a weekly basis as much as I can. All right, so tear some of these down just to get them to fit in my space here. I think I want to slant this one. That's a good start. Yep, I like that. Okay. So let's just put that down, I think. Never-ending battle with the glue nozzle. Okay. Yep. Okay, that's a start. Let's see what we can do with the rest of the pieces. And I still need to figure out something zigzag, so my brain is kind of going in circles here. It's pretty dark and grungy on that first layer, so I'm not going to hit these with too much. Just a little bit on the edges to take the white away, but not anything real heavy. Let's do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to do it off to the side here over my trash can. I'll be right back in just about 15 seconds or 30 seconds, guys. I'm just going to grunge this up same way I did the other one. Or maybe I should do the opposite side, huh? On this one. Okay, I just did both sides. Maybe I can use that as well. Let's hit that with a little bit of ink too. Could be good for a little bit of color. Try to fill the page a little bit here as well. And this has some foam tape on it. I'm just going to remove that. So everything's kind of inked up, so this is going to stand out with that glitter on there. Tone that down just a bit. Okay. All right, so those are my pieces. So let's see what we can do. I like these. For some reason I want to cover up that address. So that's why I'm kind of going to that there. I don't know why, I just am. I already have a postage stamp, but maybe I could put the stamp on this card, huh? I like that. I like that look. I'm going to go with that one. And this particular one was from a die, as you can probably tell. Yeah, I like that. Adds a little something with just a little bit of color. Yeah, let's do that. There. Put that right about there. Okay. I feel like this needs to be a little darker. Let me see if I can. All that glitter just is throwing me off. I could separate it, but that's okay. How about that? Looks a little better. Okay. Yeah, I think I like it just like that. Now, as far as the zigzag, I suppose I can write something in, maybe with a Sharpie up here. I've got a Sharpie. Let me look through my washi. Maybe I have some zigzagged patterned washi before I start scribbling and writing and doodling all over my collage here. I've got it right here. Let me just do a quick browse through this. See if there's anything in here that's got a zigzag pattern. Got just about everything else. It's not really zigzag, it's kind of no, don't really have anything. This is the closest thing I have to zigzag. So much doesn't quite cut the mustard. Okay, I guess I'll just do a little bit. We have a little bit of bronze and silver, a little bit of silver, even though I toned it down. I'm just wondering, I have a metallic marker here. Silver, I want to do that. Or if I should go, pardon my reach, if I should go black or gold. No, I don't think that gold's going to do it. So it's going to have to be oops. Yes, we gotta be try to frame the collage here, just going around. What about that? I think I'm going to stop there. No, I don't think that green does anything for it. I'm going to leave that one off. Okay, let me just take a peek. I think it looks okay now that after the fact, I don't care for that silver I put on there, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, I think I'm gonna call that one done. Let me just put a little glue. Right here's coming up. Put that down. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to call that one done. I'm going to use a little bit of ink that I have left and go around this. And now I am all caught up. All right, so playing card on either side, I used two and flipped them and used the reverse, used the front and the back on one and reversed on the other. Zigzag pattern, I just drew that in a few spaces there. A bell or bells, we've got 3 of them, vintage handbells, a famous city. We're going with this castle somewhere in, I don't know, Europe maybe. Something that reminds you of a wedding, Mr. and Mrs., the title. And for a bonus, postage stamp. And I've got 3 of them, 3 postage stamps. Okay, that fills out the page pretty well. I'm going to call that one a wrap. I'm going to glue this down real quick before I lose it. And I am officially caught up, guys. All right, well, I hope you guys liked the collage this week. I hope you guys like what you see. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. I truly appreciate it. If you found something of value on this video today, it would make my day if you would hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment and a like. But as always, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you on the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.